Welcome. It's Thursday at 4 o'clock, which means it's time for the most motivating segment in all of sports. It's also the time where we address your comments and concerns in a little segment we call Viewer Mail Before the Bud List.
It's not a segment. Weird and Wonderful is not an episode, and this
is like its own standalone segment.
Is not a segment.
The audience gets it. Dear Wilds, love the show. Thank you. I'm using the Bud List to teach the twins, Ryan and Brian, lessons about life, motivation, inspiration, accountability. Any chance you can go through the previous week's Bud Lists so Ryan and Brian can see accountability firsthand? Thanks, Dawn. Well, Dawn, thanks for the letter, as always. We appreciate your aggressive letter writing campaign. Ramsey went through, and we actually pulled up last week's Bud List to see how motivating it actually was. Well, certainly worked for Jayson Tatum. Booker had 12 points and then bailed out on the media and got his coach fired. Clay had the worst playoff stretch of his career. Doc also fired, dismissed after a Game 7 loss. And Joker, who you put on, has been rolling. Yeah. So, Brew, what is your advice for Dawn? Is it motivating? It's an indictment? It's a little bit of a gray area.
Focus on the top, Dawn. The top. Jayson Tatum, listen. That's what you got to teach Ryan and Brian is teach them to listen. Apparently, Booker and Clay and Doc didn't listen.
Oh!
Tatum listened.
Tatum also, a few hours after that Bud List, started the game 1 of 13, right? Because game 6 and 7.
Yeah, but he kept ringing in his ears.
Okay.
He kept ringing. this week's episode, now I'm using your word.
Good.
This week's segment of the Bud List is high on motivation.
Okay.
Very high on motivation, not indictment. At number 3, Victor Wembanyama, all right? Look. They are saying, people in the league, executives are saying, Big Vic, 7'5" from France, for those that don't know, that you could be possibly the greatest prospect in the history of American team sports. Now, I didn't say it. They're saying it. They are saying that you could be, in 3 years, the best offensive player and defensive player in the world. Now, those are huge expectations, and that's why I'm here to motivate you. I got some good news for you, Vic. Okay. Number 1, you're going to the perfect place. Great coach, Greg Popovich, great organization. They know they've dealt with great big men, David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and great Frenchmen, Tony Parker and Boris Diaw. So you're in a good spot. Number 2, you are a hooper. All right, you are a gym rat. I've studied you. I've read about you. I've talked to people about you. I've heard the stories of you staying for hours after practice getting shots up. You even learned English as a youngster because it was the language of the NBA. That's impressive. All right, so I like that. You love the game. So, Vic, I'm catching a lot of heat because I said I'm expecting Tim Duncan, LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan. I'm expecting that level of career, Magic Bird. And here's why I put that out there, Vic. Not to put pressure on you, but because I believe in you. Number 2.
Great start.
Thank you. Number 2, the king, LeBron James. LeBron.
Second best prospect ever.
You're close. You are close. I bet you're so close you can taste it. Number 5. And with all your individual stats, that will convince some maybe, not quite me, but some, that you are the GOAT. And so here you got to bring it home, though. All right, it's going to be a tough road. You are going through, let's just keep it real, at least the best center, if you don't count Giannis as a center, in the league. You got to go through him, and I think tonight I need 30 plus. I need 30, maybe more. All right, and here's what I want you to do. I'm not going to say abandon the three-pointer altogether, but for the most part, get to the rim. They can't stop you. Go to the rim with reckless abandon. LeBron, I believe in you. And at number 1, this might be a first. a first person number 1 on the list back-to-back weeks.
Wow.
Jayson Tatum. Jayson Tatum, you are humbly one of the best basketball players in the world.
Oh, yeah.
So play like it. All right, stop. I can't just stop turning the ball over. I got your back. I'm up here trying to defend you against these haters on the panel, and this should really rankle you.
Rankle?
2/3 of this panel thinks that Jimmy Butler's the best player in the series.
Yeah.
And some people at
of his
another
teammates,
network
too.
think that too. And I'm saying, nah, it's Jayson. He got the better handle. Jimmy can't even see. He got range. Jimmy can't even see. So I'm up here going to bat for you, my man. Go to bat for your team. All right, I know Al Horford's the vocal leader, but you go out there and you lead by example. You start playing with a sense of urgency for 48 minutes for the next 6 games at least. All right, Jayson, I believe in you.
Excellent.
You can get it done.
Excellent as always.
It was a great
Absolutely.
rendition of the Bud List. I'm going to add someone whose name we have not said much on the show, even though he was one of the central figures of the trades that seemingly turned around the Lakers' season. D'Angelo Russell. So D'Angelo Russell, the Lakers have been playing so well this postseason that we haven't really focused on the fact that while everyone's like, AD's up and down, no one has been more up and down this postseason than D'Lo, and that's just offensively. Defensively, he's been pretty consistently mediocre at best throughout his career. D'Lo also had some odd comments very early in the postseason, if you remember. He's like, I'm not a point guard on the same basketball player. Seemingly not that thrilled with his role, but then played really well after that. Well, game 1 was the fewest minutes he played all postseason. Was not on the court in the fourth quarter. And I'll tell you who noticed. Mike Malone, when he had a few quotes, here they are. Felt we did a great job on D'Angelo. So great, he wasn't even in the game much in the second half. That, to me, is an interesting storyline. Storyline? Are they going to play him? Are they not going to play him? End quote. That, by the way, should be Michael Malone, not Mike Malone. He gets very upset if you call him Mike. However, I think that was intentional.
No.
Much like we talk about Steve Kerr working the refs, I think Michael Malone is trying to work D'Angelo Russell psychologically and try to cause a little rift within the Lakers locker room if he is not, because defensively he is their only minus defender in the rotation. And I think Michael Malone wants there to be some disharmony, if you will, within the Lakers. Also, because he's a minus defender, Brew, he must be good offensively, very good offensively, to warrant minutes. Tonight's a night for it. I'm adding him to the Bud List.
Good ad. He has been up there almost, not quite, almost every other game.
Yep.
All right. And in addition to what Michael Malone said, there was the report that the Lakers were concerned that if they didn't start him, like it looks like if they start Hachimura and Dennis Schroeder and Austin Reeves, they would bench Russell. And there was concern we might lose him if we don't. I mean, that might have been planted by Michael Malone.
Yeah.
But here's D'Lo. Don't just play well, shoot well, but your attitude.
Yep.
If you play 7 minutes tonight, you have got to have a good attitude.
And he's been good on the bench, to his credit, when he's not been in the games. But I think Michael Malone's trying to seed a little doubt.
All right, Brew, I am going to add really the city of Milwaukee via Giannis to the Bud List.
Wow.
Giannis took to Bad Idea Central Instagram Live recently to answer a few questions. Take a listen.
I don't know.
I don't know what I'm supposed to take from that. Here's what I didn't hear. Warriors? No way. No, thank you. I'm very happy in Milwaukee. I heard, smiling and happy at just the mention of putting on the gold and
shouldn't be.
Bluish.
He shouldn't be. Can they get it done?
No.
That's the unfortunate thing is they can't get it done. Man, I would love that.
When did you become such a Warriors fan?
I'm just saying, Giannis and Steph together, it would be awesome.
No. How do you think the people of Milwaukee feel, Bruce, since they're the ones added to the Bud
This
List?
would be like Lou Alcindor, now Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, when he won them a ring and then forced his way to Los Angeles, play with another all-time great guard, Magic Johnson.
It's on the heels of that Windhorst report,
saying.
remember? He's like, something is afoot in Milwaukee.
Yeah, but it wasn't about the Warriors.
No, but it was about changing ownership and maybe Giannis.
He'd have to ask out.
No, hold on. We're not. Hold on.
What?
Hubs, 20 seconds here. There is no way possibly the Warriors could acquire Giannis. It doesn't exist.
That's Nick's
I know
worst
that. I'm not
nightmare.
talking about in the next 20 minutes. I'm talking down the road.
What, when he's a free
Well,
agent?
Steph-
And Steph's
Significantly
38?
down the
Steph
road.
only got,
Who cares?
Down
years
the
left.
road.
Okay.
Not by the end of the show. I don't think it's going to happen.
You would hate that.
No, I'd be fine with it. But it's just, I want the audience to be informed.
It'd be tough
It's not happening.
You heard it here second. You heard it from Windhurst first. You heard it from us.
No, Windhorst said nothing about the Warriors.
He did his thing.
He did his thing about Giannis, yes, but not the
he
Warriors.
He said the Knicks.
He said the
were looking
Knicks.
at the Heat and
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.